Hi, class 5, how are you? I hope you guys had a nice weekend and you enjoyed yourself. And it's great to see you back. And hope you guys are all doing well. So, you enjoy your weekend, your Sunday, everything fine. So, we can get back to our issue studies here. So, that I hope you are able to see me. Is it okay? Fine. Because I have not set my camera also in the right way. So I want to just brief you that there's going to be a project work and a holiday homework. Okay, so I'm going to discuss it to you on Thursday or on the next video. I'll be explaining at the end of every class, every day, or rather, whichever day I have the class on videos. I'll be explaining about what actually I want you to do. So if you have any issues, you should always go through and view the videos and listen to them, what I'm saying and what is to be done. Okay, so it will be, I don't know, we are submitting all our project work and holiday homework. So this is a holiday going on already and your vacations are going on. So, and you have a lot of time to do it in a right proper way. Okay, so we'll come to that later. So I'll just start with this chapter 13. I had explained about the natural disasters. They are events caused by Mother Nature. Okay, so it's all regarding from the earth. No one goes and does anything, it happens on itself. So we can't change that or we can't stop it. It's going to happen. So I had told you about the earthquake, what are the causes of the earthquake and everything, and explained you. But I have not read it from the book. So I'm going to read the book today. Then I'll go to volcanic eruptions. I'm going to read volcanic eruptions to you and explain slowly. But in the next class on Thursday, I guess I'll come back with a much more better or a more elaborated examples and explanation, so that will be easier for you. Okay, so let's start. I hope you all are ready and you're watching. And okay, fine, not an issue. So it's page 76, chapter 13, natural disasters. Okay, so natural disasters are events caused by natural forces, that's from the earth. These disasters wreck life and property when they strike. There are several types of natural disasters. In this chapter, we will discuss some of them. Excuse me. Earthquake. What is an earthquake? An earthquake is a natural disaster which causes on the surface of the earth to shake and tremble. This may result in minor or sometimes major damages such as loss of human and animal lives, collapsing of buildings, bridges, roads, breaking or uprooting trees, etc. Clear? Causes. What causes these? So I had explained this to you. Most earthquakes are caused when there is a build-up of great pressure underneath the earth or inside the earth. The surface of the earth is made up of interlocking plates of rock, which I said tectonic plates. When two floating plates collide, the vibrations or tremors pass to the earth's surface as earthquakes. The shaking of the earth is sudden and devastating. The area inside the earth where the rocks bend and break is the focus of the earthquake. The point on the earth's surface directly above the point of the origin of the earthquake is called the epicenter. When the effect or tremor is the greatest, the effects spread around the epicenter in a circular motion and become weak as they move away. So the place which has the epicenter suffers the extensive damage. In matter of seconds and thousands of people die and entire cities are damaged. Houses are destroyed, roads get damaged, cracks appear in the ground. In 2015, a massive earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8 devastated Nepal. You must have known about it. Nepal, more than 8,000 people are believed to have died. The tremors were also felt in India, where more than 70 people died as a result. So it's devastating, it's very bad, it's very sad, and it's very frightening also when things happen. So I have given you links also of the videos of the YouTube Y links, where you must have seen how the earthquake causes, what precautions should be taken, and how should we tackle them. Or other, we can't tackle them, but we can try to be safe. We can take precautions to save ourselves. Otherwise, we have to die. There is no other option. So, what are the precautions? It is very difficult to predict. We cannot say when an earthquake will occur. When it's going to happen, no one can say that. But seismologists have tried to study the pattern and have marked out earthquake prone areas. Japan is the most earthquake prone country in the world. Thousands of quakes hit it each year. The Japanese are well aware of the fact and take all necessary precautions, such as building houses that are made of wood and are hence light to combat such a disaster. Proper norms must be followed while constructing buildings, bridges, flyovers, and dams. Old buildings should be strengthened. If one is indoors, an earthquake, one should get under a study table or a desk. If outside, one should stand in an open space and away from tall structures like buildings, trees, electric poles, etc. Various studies are being carried out to try and predict earthquakes, but it cannot be done. This is caused by nature. No one can control the nature or know anything about the nature. Only after it happens we can say something. The meteorological office can always predict that they can assume that rain might happen on this day, but on that same day it does not happen. It either happens some few hours earlier or few hours after. So nature and weather, no one can say anything. It is all God's creation. It is going to go with its own self. Now, one thing here it said that old buildings should be strengthened. If one is indoors during an earthquake, one should get under a study table or desk. That's a very sad thing they have said in the book. Generally, because I was in the military and it's a hard and fast rule. If your building shakes, even if a glass shakes, you better go out from that house. It's mandatory. Go out on the road. Go out in an open space. If your building is three stories, so you stand in such a place that if it falls, how far will it come to you? So you go out there. But if you go this side, there will be another building that side. Go out in an open space. Never stay inside the house. I am telling you. This thing which they have said here, one should, if one is indoors during an earthquake, one should get under a study table or a desk. If the wall falls on your desk, what will happen to your desk? How strong is your desk? Okay, fine, you are under your desk. I understood it. Okay, I get inside my table. It's solid. 5 inches steel, 5 inches this side, that side, everything, all iron is there, a heavy study, nothing will happen. Even if a ceiling falls on it, it might bend, but there will be space for me to sit. I go inside the table. And all the walls fall together. So I'll be inside the table only. How the hell will I get out? You mean to say I'm going to live for such a long time? By the time people come out, will people know that I'm inside that? So boss, use your brains and just go out. It's better to die outside than getting stuck in the rumbles and dying. That is luck. If anyone lives, that is luck. That is sheer luck. That's God's mercy that person is living. Even small children, they get under rubble after 5-6 days, they are picked out. They are alive. But generally, your brain should work and you should go outside. I have seen earthquakes. I was there in earthquake once in Gujarat I was there, and once in Bengal I was there. In Bengal I was standing next to a lake, and the whole damn lake started shaking, so I got scared. And it was an open space, so I didn't worry. There was just a tremor for 2-3 seconds. Then afterwards I came to know that it was an earthquake. So anyways, basic earthquake, we came to know it's all about the tectonic plates which move underneath. And these happen sometimes under the sea also. When there is a sea movement, the waves become big, it becomes into a tsunami. If there is an eruption underneath, if there is a blast like a volcano eruption inside the sea also, it happens. Erupts, then a huge tidal wave comes in and it becomes a tsunami, it destroys everything. This is all because of the nature. Either there's something happening in the nature which we are not able to know, we are not protecting our nature, we are not taking care of it. We throw garbage on the road, we throw this on the road, take out our plastics, we throw it outside, we put it in the drains get clogged, it gets polluted. We don't use the proper vehicles to drive. We are always polluting the area, we are not taking care of it, and now see, we have to wear a mask and go around. This has become a part of our life. It's more important than a mobile now. So the mobile SMS and the message has become more important. So I'll come back in the next video and we'll talk, okay? Just a second.